up, movie buffs?
What is up?
Welcome back to a brand spanking new episode of Camera Side Chats.
Camera Side Chats.
With your host, me, Bill Drexler.
And your other host, me, Rob Toner.
We're still on the air. We're still here.
It's a good
bringing movie news to you guys. You know why? Because of you, the viewers. We want to thank you.
Thank you.
We thank you. So, a little bit about tonight's episode.
Special episode tonight.
We're going to mix things up a bit. Shake and bake, if you will. The Oscars are coming up.
They are.
They're next week.
Big event in Hollywood. All the
big.
actors, actresses coming out. They want to win the big prize.
The big prize, the Golden Man. Red carpet swag. Go and brush your shoulders off. That is coming up. So we thought, for those of you who don't know, we would go through some of the categories and say who's nominated. But this year there's a hook. We decided to gamble and make things a little saucy, me and Rob.
Yes.
Would you like to explain, Rob?
So we're going to choose 7 categories. We're going to pick our thoughts on who's going to win those categories. And we are going to tell them to you tonight. And whoever wins the majority of these categories wins the bet. And the loser has to do... What do they have to do, Phil?
They have to do a dare. You know who gets to pick the dare?
Someone very special.
Someone very special. You, the viewers. You okay?
Drop us a line on our Facebook page, right down below. Drop us a line on our YouTube page, whatever. No rules on the dare. Well, there's
some rules.
Some rules? Okay.
We're going to keep it PG-13. I'm not going to get naked in front of you.
No one wants to see that.
No, everyone would like to see that. If you're going to make us eat something, it has to be from a grocery store. And it can be whatever in a grocery store.
Whatever.
And we'll do it.
Basically, Fear Factor rules.
Fear Factor rules. Fear Factor 08.
Fear Factor 08.
Joe Rogan, never forget.
So let's just jump right into it.
Let's dive in. The first category, this is the biggest award of the night. We're starting with it first because we're crazy.
Go big, go home.
Go big or go home. Is Best Motion Picture. Okay? I think we're going to have the same one for this, but we'll go through them all. First up is Argo, Ben Affleck's second movie he directed. So far he's won a Golden Globe for this film for Best Drama, a BAFTA award for this, and a Screen Actors Guild Award for Best Cast Ensemble. This movie is about Iran in the 70s and the problems with the United States, and I think Ben Affleck is a much better director than an actor, even though he's in it. But this was a very, very well done movie, and it's getting the praise it deserves.
He's got the heat this year.
He does.
So second we have Amour, which is basically the French. This is the French Notebook. It's about old people. It's kind of sad. Haven't seen it. Heard it's great.
Yeah, I don't speak French, so. Next up is Beasts of the Southern Wild. This is probably my favorite on the list this year. It was magical and surreal and involves a little girl on an island off of Louisiana called the Bathtub and her relationship with her father and magic elements, and I thought it was very, very beautiful. Go see this movie.
Next we have Django Unchained, which is Quentin Tarantino's next movie. Pretty great, pretty gory, pretty racy.
Quentin Tarantino-y.
Yes,
Yeah.
very excellent.
Yeah, about slavery and killing Whitey. Next up is Les Mis, another French film. I did not see this because I'm not a huge fan of musicals. A lot of the casts are getting praised. This got a Golden Globe for the best musical / comedy. This is not a comedy. Don't go thinking it's a comedy. It is a very sad French movie because the title is The Miserables. So
You'll probably cry.
You'll probably cry.
Next we have Life of Pi, which is about a boat crash and a boy who has to share a boat with a tiger. I hear it's heartwarming. It's based off of a book.
There's no actual pie.
No pie.
No pie. That was sad. I thought there was pie in this movie. Next up is Lincoln. You all know the story of Lincoln. I don't even have to go into this.
Abraham Lincoln.
Steven Spielberg, Daniel Day-Lewis, method acting. That was a very good movie. I don't think it'll win, but it was very, very good.
Next we got Silver Linings Playbook, which is rom-com / drama.
Rom-com?
Rom-com.
Rom-com?
It takes a look at two lovers and it deals with a lot of issues that haven't been dealt with before in like rom-coms, like mental health, and it's very unique, and it's very well done.
And Jennifer Lawrence is hot.
Yes, she's very hot. A lot of dance scenes.
Next up, the last one on the list, Zero Dark 30. Catherine Bigelow's second movie about Iraq, Afghanistan, if you will. It's about how we killed Osama bin Laden. We tell you the truth here because this is not Fox News. This is Camera Side Chats. It's a very good movie. If you don't mind torture, go see it. So on the count of three, we're going to say who we think should win.
Yeah,
so,
we should. Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3,
Argo.
There, it's got all these awards, and Ben Affleck, he's heating up. He's heating up.
I feel like this is this is a movie that people are going to like because it's all America. I mean, Lincoln.
It's very American.
It was between Argo and Lincoln for me. Zero Dark 30, I mean, it has that torture scene in it, and I don't think that puts America in a very good light, even if it is about the killing of Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
But I think Argo, since it's heating up this year,
it's very popular with
I think that
everyone.
it's going to take the cake.
So, Argo. So
Argo.
that's 1-1. We're tied so far.
Okay, let's keep going.
Moving on. Achievement in directing. Best directing. We have Ang Lee for Life of Pi. Ang Lee currently has 1 Oscar for Brokeback Mountain. I don't know. Ang Lee did the first Hulk movie, and ever since then, I haven't really been a fan. I know he's a good director, but I don't think this is his year. This is not Ang Lee's year.
We had Ben Zetlin for Beasts of the Southern Wild, and this movie was beautifully shot. Every scene seems like it's improv, but it seems like it's so well done. There's a scene where a bunch of crabs are being poured onto a table, and it's beautiful.
Even that was beautiful.
Yes.
You know? He's new. I don't think I'm not going to go into it, but I think he's too new.
Newbie.
He's too new. David O. Russell is nominated for Silver Linings Playbook. He has only 1 Oscar nomination for The Fighter. He did a couple years ago with Mark Wahlberg and Christian Bale. He did not win for that, but I don't know. I got my hopes up this year. I'm not going to...
We got Michael Haneke for Amour, and I haven't seen it. Can't tell you about it. I just hear it's a good movie.
Yeah, we're sorry.
We're sorry.
Lastly, Steven Spielberg for Lincoln. Steven Spielberg's kind of like an amazing director, if you don't know, and he has 2 Oscars for Saving Private Ryan and Schindler's List, and I don't think he's going to get one this year because he already has 2.
He's kind of a newbie too. No one really knows. He's an underground director.
Yeah, he's an underdog.
He's kind of indie.
So on count of 3 again.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. David
Lincoln,
O. Russell
Spielberg.
for Silver Linings Playbook.
Ooh.
See, David O. Russell, he's got the nomination. A lot of people like Silver Linings Playbook, and I think this is his year.
See, this one was a tough one for me. I mean, a lot of them, I think that Ben Affleck should win.
Oh, yeah.
Ben Affleck should win.
Ben Affleck was not nominated for an Oscar for Best Director, even though he won a Golden Globe, a BAFTA, and the prestigious Directors Guild of America award this year for Argo. So he kind of got shafted. So
I think he should win, but since he's not in there, I think Beasts of the Southern Wild should win, but it won't. So I think Spielberg will win for Lincoln just because it's Spielberg. I mean,
I think he has too many, but whatever.
I still think he win.
Okay, we'll see. So,
Yeah.
Moving on. Actor in a leading role, we have Bradley Cooper, Silver Linings Playbook. He was pretty good in this film.
We've got Daniel Day-Lewis for Lincoln, who won a Golden Globe for the drama, a BAFTA, and a SAG award.
He has 2 Oscars, and I don't think he deserves another one. He's method acting. Next up, not Daniel Day-Lewis. I'm sorry, Rob, that was yours. Denzel Washington. He already has 2 Oscars too for Training Day and Glory. Flight. He's nominated for Flight. If you haven't seen Flight, it's a pretty good movie. Robert Zemeckis, Forrest Gump, Back to the Future. I don't think he should be nominated for this. I don't know.
We have Wolverine next. Hugh Jackman for Les Mis.
Yeah, brah. And lastly, Joaquin Phoenix for The Master, which we talked about last week, and he has 2 Oscar nominations, and I think, I'm not going to say, but...
Okay.
1, 2, 3, Joaquin Phoenix.
Daniel Day-Lewis. I'm sorry I missed the countdown.
It's okay. I don't know where you were.
I forgot for a second who I chose, but it's Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix. I just think he deserves it this year, even though he called the Academy some nasty names this year.
You see, I had Joaquin Phoenix as who I think should win. His performance was excellent. But I have Daniel Day-Lewis as winning because he's a method actor. Everyone loved him, and he was Abraham Lincoln.
Whatever, dude.
He was Abraham Lincoln, not an alcoholic.
Agree to disagree.
Okay.
Next up, actress in a leading role, Emmanuelle Riva for Amour. She won a BAFTA for this. She's very old. She is the oldest Oscar nomination ever at 85. So there's something.
We got my girl, Jennifer Lawrence, for Silver Linings Playbook.
Yeah.
And she won a Golden Globe and a SAG Award. She's very popular this year. She's a rising star.
Rising star. Next up, Jessica Chastain for Zero Dark 30. She won the Golden Globe for Best Drama. I don't know. She was very good in that movie. She's a very good actress of up and coming.
We have Naomi Watts for The Impossible. Nothing I can say about Naomi Watts that hasn't already been said.
And lastly, Rob, you're going to have to help me out with this name. I'm sorry.
Kevin Shane Wallace.
Yes, she was in Beasts of the Southern Wild. She's the youngest person ever to be nominated for an Oscar at age 9. She did the movie when she was 6. She's the first person to be born in the 21st century to be nominated for an Oscar. Fun fact.
And I'm sorry, Miss Wallace, if I pronounced your name. Please come on the show so I can give you an apology myself.
So on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Jennifer Lawrence! Because she is so attractive, and she did a fantastic job in this movie.
Yeah, I think she played her role really well with her husband dying in it, and she had a lot of pain in her eyes, I say.
Your eyes. Yeah.
I think okay, moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Next up is Best Supporting Actor. We have Alan Arkin, who was in Argo. He already has an Oscar for Little Miss Sunshine, but he did do a fantastic job in Argo. He's kind of a wild card for me.
We got Christoph Waltz for Django Unchained. He won a Golden Globe and a BAFTA for his performance.
And he already has an Oscar with Quentin Tarantino.
Yes,
so
he
maybe
does.
2 movies in a row. Next up, Philip Seymour Hoffman in The Master. Anything Philip Seymour Hoffman does, he deserves an Oscar. He only has one, give him more.
And we have Robert De Niro in Silver Linings Playbook, big star, and he was great in it. He played an emotional role very well.
For Robert De Niro, not Robert Downey Jr., he has a lot of Oscars. He has 2 Oscars, and he's been nominated 4 other times. So give someone else a break. I mean, he's a very good actor.
He's pretty
good. But and lastly, Tommy Lee Jones, who looked very sad at the Golden Globe Awards and angry. He was in Lincoln. He won a SAG this year, and I don't think it's Tommy Lee's year. Okay. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Christoph Waltz. Christoph Waltz has been tearing it up yet again this year with Quentin Tarantino, and I expect big things again.
You say, I had Philip Seymour Hoffman as he should have won it. His role was great. But Robert De Niro will win it because I'm very confident in Robert De Niro winning this. This was a hard choice for me, but I think Robert De Niro will do it based on his performance in it.
Okay. Yeah. Moving on. Best Actress in a Supporting Role, we have Amy Adams in The Master. She was on fire in that movie, and she has 1 Oscar nomination, and I think, this could be her year, but I'm not too sure.
We have Anne Hathaway for Les Mis. She won a Golden Globe, a BAFTA, and a SAG, and I don't think that she will lose this year, but let's see.
Yeah. Next up, Helen Hunt. Yeah, we haven't heard that name in a while. She is nominated. The Sessions, if you haven't seen that was a pretty good movie. Go check out the trailer.
Got Jackie Weaver for Silver Linings Playbook, and I'm not sure where her Oscar count is. Got any news on that?
She has 1 nomination for Animal Kingdom, which was an Australian gangster film. You should see that too, because that was good. Lastly, Sally Field in Lincoln. She's got 2 Oscars. She doesn't need any more either. She's old. I'm sorry, Sally. But on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Anne Hathaway. Booyah.
Wasn't that much of a surprise.
No.
Yeah, we knew.
She's tearing it up with her singing.
Yeah.
Lastly, our wild card award, Achievement in Cinematography. This one we have Seamus McGravy for Anna Karenina. He has 1 Oscar nomination for Atonement. All his stuff he's done is very, very beautiful. And I don't know. Yeah. We
got Robert Richardson for Django Unchained, and I mean, not much to say about cinematography. It's very Tarantino-y. It's very classic. And I think that, I don't know.
He's got 3 Oscars.
Really?
Yes, for JFK, The Aviator, and Hugo.
Wow.
No more. That's like a lot of work. Stop making good movies. Next up is Claudio Miranda for Life of Pi. I have not seen this, but I've been told that all the CG and cinematography in that is absolutely beautiful.
Next we have Janusz Kaminski for Lincoln. Haven't seen Lincoln. What do you got to say about the cinematography?
Oh, beautiful. I don't know. She has 2 Oscars for working with Steven Spielberg on Saving Private Ryan and Schindler's List. So if you've seen those, it's basically Lincoln. That style, dark, gritty. Yeah. Lastly is Skyfall. Roger Deakins. This year he won the American Society of Cinematographers Award. That's kind of a big deal. I'm just going to say it. I think this is his year. He's been nominated 10 times for an Oscar, and he's never won. So all his movies are really good. He's got Shawshank Redemption, Fargo, No Country for Old Men, The Assassination of Jesse James. I mean, this guy deserves an Oscar, and I think this is his year.
I think, well, let's do the countdown.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Roger
Skyfall.
Deakins.
Yeah, Roger Deakins. Skyfall. This is his year.
This is his year. He won the big one, and he's going to win this one.
Things. So that's the Oscar news. I'm pretty excited.
I'm pretty excited, too.
So to end our show today, we are going to do a review on
A Good Day to Die Hard.
A Good Day to Die Hard. You know what's a good day to die hard, folks?
Any day.
Any day is a good day to die hard. So last week for Valentine's Day, we went and saw Bruce Willis's fifth installment of the Die Hard franchise. Now, just let that number sink in, folks. There's five movies, okay? I mean, you got these people, reviewers out there, giving this terrible ratings and saying it's a piece of garbage. Well, you know what, folks? It's the 5th Die Hard movie. This has been going on for 25 years. Bruce Willis is almost 60. Give the guy a break. It was an awesome action movie.
It's got quite the legacy behind it.
So, to talk a little more about this, we have an extra special guest. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
So, introducing a new Camera Side Chats correspondent, movie reviewer, Chris Chamberlain.
Bring him out.
There he is.
There you go.
Chris Chamberlain. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
Doing good?
Hold on, I gotta tie my shoe. Oh!
Whoa! We invite him on the show and he's got to tie his shoe? What is going? Chris, are you okay down there? Whoa! Oh! Who are you?
I am Sigmund.
What'd you do with Chris, man?
I drained him dry.
Wow,
man's got to eat. So I mean,
we like to keep things rolling on Camera Side Chats. So
you feel like talking about Die Hard?
Yes, I saw it.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's jump in. So, A Good Day to Die Hard has Bruce Willis, yet again. He's
Bruce Willis.
More bald this time. As John McClane, the super cop who can't be stopped. He just gets into shenanigans wherever he goes.
Yeah, okay. We got Jay Courtney as John McClane Jr. Jack McClane Jr.
Yeah. And Mary Elizabeth Winstead plays Lucy McClane. She was in the 4th Die Hard. It's just a family affair. You know, it's like a big Die Hard family reunion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The script was written by Skip Woods. He has done X-Men Wolverine Origins, Hitman, and The A-Team.
How does he have a job still?
I have no idea how he has a job still after X-Men Wolverine Origins.
You could really tell that Skip put a lot of his hard work into the script because the dialogue was terrible. There was, I think Bruce Willis said he was going on vacation, or he was supposed to be on vacation at least 30 times.
What did you think of the dialogue, Sigmund?
Well, I could write better dialogue and I am dead.
I mean, basically when they started talking, it hit a brick wall. And I literally fell asleep for a couple minutes.
Rob fell asleep in the middle of the movie when John and Jack were having a father-son moment.
Yeah, they were character building.
They were building blocks like Tetris, and Rob was snoring away.
Yeah, I wasn't interested.
I'd rather have a wooden stick driven through my heart.
I agree.
I agree with Sigmund.
It was directed by John Moore. Who? What else did John Moore do?
John Moore did Behind Enemy Lines with Owen Wilson. That was a pretty decent action movie. Then you go The Omen. That came out 666. If any of you were alive then, that was a kind of bad remake. And he directed I think it's a Criterion classic, if I'm not mistaken, Max Payne with Mark Wahlberg. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
I believe they made a video game out of that movie.
I believe it was based off of the movie because it was so good.
Yeah, that's why.
What do you think of Max Payne, Sigmund?
Well, I like the video game, but I think the movie just really sucks.
This guy, where does he come up with this material? I don't even know.
So what's the story about?
So, like, we all know John McClane. He's never been a real family man. Like, the first movie talks about divorce, gets back together, divorce again, him and his wife. His kids hate him. The fourth movie, we meet his daughter. She hates him. He saves her. They like each other in the fifth one. He finds out his son committed a crime in Russia, and he, being John McClane and a cop from New York City, feels like he has the right to go to Russia and save his son. I don't know how authority works, but hilarity ensues.
He takes it upon himself to go to Russia and find his son, and he doesn't know what he's doing in Russia. He gets there, he's kind of lost. He finds his son, and then like the good dad he is, he needs to have a good talk with him.
Yeah. In the middle of a gun.
In the middle of a gunfight, he starts a car chase. He probably kills a lot of civilians.
Innocent people that aren't American.
Innocent Russians, and he does a lot of collateral damage. So I think the deeper meaning of this movie is that Bruce Willis stands for America.
Yeah, because America crushes anything that stands in its way.
Well,
because we're the best.
Not really like that.
No.
More of he goes to a foreign country and he doesn't really know what he's doing there, and then a bunch of civilians die, and he causes a lot of collateral damage.
It's been estimated that in the movie, over 157 cars were totaled, and it cost them $11 million. That's pretty action-packed. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time.
The action was okay. About twice they jumped out of windows blindly, not even knowing what's at the bottom of it.
You know why they can do that? Because he's Bruce Willis. He's John McClane.
Yeah, I understand that.
This one was rated R, unlike the last one, which was PG-13.
It barely seemed like a rated R movie.
Seemed like an R. The dialogue was terrible. They may have said the F word a couple times. There was the classic yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, and I thought that was pretty badass when he said that. I'm not going to ruin anything.
Everyone likes it when he says that.
Yeah,
I feel like that's what they're doing.
I know it. I loved it.
I don't think he should say it every movie.
I'm
not that linked to the Die Hard movies.
What'd you think of the overall movie, Sigmund?
Well, for an action movie, it wasn't bad.
All right.
Okay.
About maybe, kind of a guilty pleasure.
Yeah. I get Sigmund. I couldn't have said it better myself.
There's other movies that I would rather watch as a guilty pleasure than that one, but I'd still put it as guilty pleasure.
Yeah. If you had to rank the Die Hards, let's break it down. You got Die Hard 1, 1988, classic.
Okay. Very classic.
Amazing action film. Die Hard 2, 1990, not a huge fan.
Mm-hmm.
Die Hard 3, 95, Die Hard with a Vengeance with Samuel L. Jackson. Then 2007, Live Free or Die Hard, and now 6 years later, Good Day to Die Hard. So,
what would you give this one out of 10?
Out of 10 shaved Bruce Willis heads, I would say, because it's a guilty pleasure, and I understand that it's the fifth in a franchise, I would give it a 6.5 shaved Bruce Willis heads, I think.
Okay.
It wasn't Die Hard 1, and it wasn't Die Hard 1.
That's pretty high for a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, well, I understand it's the fifth in the Die Hard series.
I would give it 3.5 shaved Bruce Willis heads.
That really hurts.
It lost momentum a lot. It left me unentertained a lot of the times.
It's because you didn't care about the father-son relationship.
It was a dumb story, to say the least, and they totally spoiled a twist that they could have led on a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And not a big fan of the Die Hard movies anyways. One is good.
You haven't seen any of the other ones.
Tell them that.
Sigmund, what would you give it?
I would give it 4.5 shaved Bruce Willis heads.
So I'm really up there. I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
That is a I mean, I gave
I
the
know.
Master a 7 or 7.5.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. Well, I think that's all we have for tonight.
Yes.
We want to thank everyone for watching. We really appreciate it. Please send us bed ideas because we need that. We want your input, and we would really like feedback.
Make us do something. Make Bill something do.
Make
something
Rob
crazy.
do something crazy. Sigmund, it's always a pleasure. Do you want to shake? I don't. Thank you very much. Thank you for being on the show.
you.
We hope Chris is okay.
Thank you.
But we hope to see you again, Sigmund. Okay, for all of us here at Camera Side Chats, keep on watching, my friends.
Keep on watching.
See you next week.